Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Tri-F Podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. And I wanted to do a continuation on the Epstein Files update. And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate the internet sleuths. I don't know how they have the time to sift through all this stuff, because I've been trying to do a lot of this research, do this research myself, and I just can't find anything on that site. So I am very appreciative of all the people doing hard work to sift through all these documents. I don't know how they do it, but it is very much appreciated. So I figured the most efficient thing to do in terms of just kind of giving a generic update about what's been found in the files so far, and I expect this to kind of continue throughout the week. I'm sure we're going to find more as time goes on. There's apparently a lot of material. But I wanted to give an idea of what has been found so far, and so I have been on Twitter, and I found a Twitter site, or a Twitter page called the Epstein Files, which is followed by Robert Barnes, somebody I listen to quite a bit. And so I thought I would, go ahead and follow him, actually. I thought I would go ahead and see what he has and kind of bounce around on Twitter for a while, and we'll do that for a few minutes and see what happens. So here we go. So this is his pinned post. The Epstein Files will be an exposure of international criminals and pedophiles on an unimaginable scale. This will shock the world. And the first thing that he has, and this came out 21 minutes ago, what in the world, the Epstein Files posts, in what world should someone saying this have their name redacted? To blank from Jeffrey Epstein. So, where are you at? Are you okay? I loved the torture video. That is ominous. So, all right. The next one is new. Epstein Files. Lady Gaga and Madonna mentioned having dinner with Epstein in 2016. So let's click on the document here. And of course my X is all messed up, so hang on here, guys. I should have thought of that. I haven't quite figured out the I haven't quite figured out how to work OBS in these stupid backgrounds. These X's always end up fitting with one group and then not fitting with another group of media. So anyway, okay, here we go. So this is from Deepak Chopra. So that's okay. So Deepak Chopra, this would be August 15th, 2016. Lady Gaga. So this is from Deepak Chopra to Jeffrey Epstein. So Lady Gaga, she is a friend, and V Smart Max Tigmark. He is interesting, not extraordinary. Madonna is a close friend, but Gaga and she hate each other. Would love to have them make peace with each other. Frank Wilczek, and your friend Woody Allen. That would be a great dinner. I'm with people in LA all day tomorrow. I don't know what that symbol means. Could I call you on Wednesday, 8 a.m. Santa Fe time, and in =SP? I could always sneak away tomorrow, as originally planned, if that's better for you. Love, Deepak Chopra. So, that is all there is to it. If your task was to bring two most interesting people that hate each other, presumably is what that means, two people equal hate, you like to dinner who? Okay. So, there's that. So, it was Deepak Chopra trying to set up a dinner. I'm not clear if the dinner actually happened, but they were trying to make dinner plans. So, okay. So there's that. We've got Elon Musk. This is to Elon. Okay, so this is the exact opposite. All right, next post. Still the box is messed up. All right. It says, we'll just have to make do, guys. Do you think, okay, so this is to Elon Musk from Jeffrey Epstein. This is 2013. Do you think I am retarded? Just kidding. There is no one over 25 and all very cute. So this looks to be like some kind of dinner, and Musk was asking about the age. So he knew about the charges at that point. All right. And then let's see, Elon Musk to blank wrote, I run and lead product design engineering for 2 complicated companies. Moreover, SpaceX, so this is Elon Musk, is about to launch what is arguably the most advanced rocket in history. Flying to New York to see UN diplomats, do nothing would be an unwise use of time. Any plans for NY? The opening, so this is, assuming this is going to Epstein. Any plans for NY? The opening of the General Assembly has many interesting people coming to the House. So there's that. All right. So this is a news article. Now, I saw this in another show, live stream. It'd be D-Day Cobra. And they were pointing out this picture. This is a picture supposedly. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So, yeah, so these pictures apparently are fabricated. I was suspicious of that. These are pictures that purport to claim that Zohan Mamdani was trained by the best of the best, apparently. So somehow Mamdani knew Clinton and Epstein, but that looks... According to the reader's added context thing on Twitter, this is a fabricated photo, which Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, suspected as much. So there's that. All right, so this is Jeffrey Epstein to somebody else saying, I give you permission to kill him. He's apparently with blank. He lied to you, and he lied to me. So there's also that. It's probably hyperbolic. All right. So I think this is getting into the Pizzagate theory stuff. So there's a very creepy picture here. So this is... the Epstein Files writes about this. Justin Bieber was even trying to tell you the dark truth. So Justin Bieber knew what was going on. So let's see what he writes here. So his music video, Yummy, literally showed you what the elites were all about. And now the new Epstein Files mention your pizza is yummy, yummy. The website listings caught online selling pictures of pizza and children for thousands of dollars was called Yummy Yummy Pizza. There are no coincidences. The truth was right in front of you the whole time. And then he points to this email with a creepy picture of Justin Bieber. And under his picture, it says, yummy. Okay, so Mercy Boku. I'm Vald Snorkortrin. I don't know what that is. Mercy Leslie. It's me, Plaisir. So this is in French. All right. We got more articles. I'm just kind of scrolling through all this stuff to try to see the actual files. Okay, so now we're jumping back to October 2005. So that seems to be all the Epstein Files has. So... let's look here at the Epstein emails. These are all posts that claim to be the Epstein emails. Since there's no pictures, I'm probably not gonna trust that. So, okay. Alrighty. So we've got a creepy picture of... this is by Prince Doobie. We got a creepy picture of Prince Andrew hovering over a girl. Trying to see what the caption is on top here. It's from blank blank to Jeffrey Epstein. Subject, confirmation of your order of hydrotone water weight bells, exercise buoy dumbbell, resistance fitness WW1. So it's some kind of receipt. Not sure what that's about. Here we have footage of Jeffrey Epstein chase. Oh, come on. All right. Hang on here. So this is footage of Epstein chasing a girl around the kitchen. So there's that. So we got this post here from Elon saying, shame on Sky News. When was this? Doesn't give the date. So, all right. So the post is, shame on Sky News for this utterly misleading headline. Presumably, they claimed he was trying to get on Epstein's island. That's what the post is saying. This is by Fred Lambert. Shame on Sky News for this utterly misleading headline. Anyone pushing this false narrative deserves complete contempt. Epstein tried to get me to go to his island, and I refused. Yet they named me even before Prince Andrew, who did visit. And then there is supposedly the email that conflicts this. This is from Epstein, because on a lot of these emails, Epstein has this email address, gvacation@gmail.com. So when you see gvacation, that's Epstein. So this is from Epstein to Elon. I will send heli for you. Sorry for all the typos. And this is sent from an iPhone. We'll be in BVI, St. Bart's area over the holidays. Is there a good time to visit? Well, that looks like he's the one trying to send the helicopter. That doesn't look like Epstein sent it. Okay, so what is this? This is to blank from Google Calendar. Well, this is all blanked out. How is this proof of Elon doing anything? Okay. I don't see how that concludes anything. What is that? That's just all blanked. Notification, Elon Musk to island. I guess we're assuming because it says island, it must have been Jeffrey Epstein's island, I suppose. Not sure if that's enough, guys. Leslie G might be G Vacation. If you look down here, you are receiving this email at the account leslieg@gmail.com because you're subscribed to for notifications on calendar. I don't know. That could be, but that's not enough to persuade me, I don't think. Okay, hello, update. So right as I got off of here, I saw this from Cat Turd on Twitter, and this is an email that kind of confirms Elon Musk was actually emailing Jeffrey Epstein. So we've got from G. I'm presuming that's G Maxwell, but they've redacted the name, so could be somebody else. I just kind of doubt it. Of course, I don't know why they just redacted the last name, but anyway. But as you can see here, we got G Vacation. That is Epstein. So we've got this person emailing Elon Musk, Epic Island Vacation. I'm so sorry, Elon. You just missed J.E. He actually told me he was thinking of winding down the entire Little St. James operation. Bummer. If it starts up again, we'll be sure to let you know. This is from Epstein to G Maxwell, Epic Island Vacation. Deal with this, then you. Don't. Okay. Elon Musk to Jeffrey Epstein, Epic Island Vacation. So this, okay, I think the timeline is bottom is the first, and then third is the top is the later one. So Elon Musk said initially, "Hi, Jeff. I was thinking of flying down for an epic vacation, ... Told me you were planning a party. Girls, FTW. I cleared my calendar. What are the details? Thank you, good sir." Yeah, that seems pretty damning. So, yeah. So, looks like he did email Epstein. So, I wanted to send that update because it just popped up right as I was shutting down shop. So, I wanted to add that in there really quick. So, all right. Back to the original video. So, I think this document is about Jay-Z, according to Like My Money Blue. Okay. So this is a document supposedly from the Bureau of Investigation. Got a case number. This was received in 2019. Redacted details. Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of sex abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others provided the following information. So it is in approximately 1994. Revealed herself to, this is all redacted, blank, revealed herself to blank as a past victim of abuse by S.A. by Epstein, by Epstein. Blank described the blank as a friend of, described the abuse occurred during parties, So blank described the abuse occurred during parties, blank. Blank further identified blank as a friend of blank. In approximately 1996, blank resided with blank and blank. An unknown man abducted blank from her home whence she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z. While Weinstein inserted his fingers into, blank believed she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Blank was estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awakening each time in the opulent indoor setting. Blank suffered from SA on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. Blank recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of abuse. In approximately 2006, Blank later recalled being abused by Epstein on blank. So, now, I don't know. Obviously, we know nothing about the victim and the circumstances. I will point out, what is this? This came in July 2019, and Epstein, when did he die? That would be August. So this came in a month before he was killed. So, okay. All right. So you'd have to look back and see how much of this is in the news because, I'm not saying this person made anything up, but if you were going to make something up, it would be at a time when this person is in the news or well known, more than likely. But then again, we don't know. But this is the accusation. So, okay, there's that. So there's more accusations against Trump, which I personally just don't believe. But again, this is and with this document, we don't even have the date as when this came in. So was Trump president during this time? And was Epstein in the news? All right, let's look at this. At age 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Caller reported she was SA by Epstein. On another occasion, 2 twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured Caller and her friends upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Orrin Ard, her best friend, and a third brother. Tal Ard, a 14-year-old girl named Blank. Caller named other individuals involved in big orgy parties with her, other young girls, and older Victoria's Secret models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Online complainant reported she was a victim and witness of a trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Ranch Palo Verdes, California, between 1995 and 1996. Complaint reported Ghislaine Maxwell as the madam and broker for sex parties. Clients, whom included Epstein, Robin Lay, and Donald Trump. Complainant reported participating in orgies and that some girls went missing, rumored to have been murdered and buried at the facility. Complainant reported being threatened by Trump's then head of security that if she ever talked of what went on there or who she saw, he would, presumably that means she would end up as fertilizer in the back 9 holes like the other C words. So again, let's see, is there a... Okay, so this is an AI overview, and somebody fact-checked this. And according to the AI overview, Donald Trump acquired the property now known as Trump National Golf Course, Los Angeles, and Ranch Palos Verdes in 2002. So well after the time of the accusation. So he purchased the previously bankrupt Oceans Trails Golf Club for approximately $27 million after a major landslide caused the 18th hole to fall into the Pacific Ocean. Key details regarding the acquisition include context. The course was purchased from banking giant Credit Suisse after a 1999 landslide destroyed parts of the course. Renovation. Following the purchase, Trump worked with designer Tom Fazio to redesign the course. Contentious history. The development faced years of challenges, including negotiations with city officials regarding land stability and development rights. Status, the course remains in operation under the Trump Organization. So, yeah, somebody took a screenshot of the AI overview, and that seems to refute this claim here. So, that seems pretty conclusive to me. We'll move on. I got a picture. Let's see. Okay, so this is from Indian Eagle. As a human, can't even gather courage to write here whatever in this released Epstein file. Read it for yourself. These demons do not belong to this earth. So with that, we've got from blank to blank, interview of purported Epstein victim. This would be August 28th, so this is after he died in 2019. Yeah, so if it was August 10th, yeah, August, so this is after he died. Okay. So this seems to be something kind of suspect. From blank to blank, interview with purported Epstein victim. Thanks, I didn't realize Bush R'd him too. Okay, SSA blank, FBI New York. Another email address blanked. All right, so this person writes, I'd like to add a few other points disclosed by the purported victim. While on his yacht, he witnessed African-American males having sex with white blonde females, all of whom were bleeding during intercourse. He was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scimitar, but left no scarring. Okay. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating the feces from these intestines. He was also R'd by George Bush I. Victim disclosed he was escorted to the FBI building by Michael Moore, who is the creator of True Pundit, described by multiple online sources as a conspiracy-driven news website that attempts to paint the FBI in a bad light. Moore has a criminal record as a result of an FBI investigation, copyright infringement. Let me know if you want to discuss the former FBI agent that called this into the head office. Thanks, blank. So that seems, I'm not going to lie, very suspect. I know there's a lot of theories about like these elite types being involved in rituals as kind of a blackmail racket, which I do think happens to an extent. Probably not to this extent. But, I mean, who knows if they even investigated this? I kind of doubt they did. I mean, just as a personal note, the thing that kind of jumps out at me as suspicious, not that this would work for an argument, but the thing that's making me raise an eyebrow is he made sure to include the fact that he has no scars. which means he's nervous about them checking for scars if he brings this up. Which, yeah, that's very suspicious. I don't know about that. So obviously there's a lot of truth and falsehood being mixed around. There's a lot of truth and falsehood being mixed around. So here is what we talked about last night. This is from Epstein. Benny Johnson actually read this, so I'm not going to reread it. The one thing that wasn't brought up that I felt like I should have said, of course, after the show was over, is you note that he emailed this to himself. So it's like, did he email this to himself to kind of create a fake record, or did he email this to himself because he really did send it to Bill Gates and wanted a record of it? Like, is this a fake record or is this a real record? I mean, the fact that it never went to Bill Gates is a little suspicious, especially since this guy's whole job was blackmail. Now, I'm not saying Bill Gates didn't really go through this or didn't do any of the stuff that's in here. I'm just saying, I would pause because, the fact that he's emailing himself kind of, it's like, well, he could have been keeping a record because he really sent the email, but then why don't we have the record of him sending the email to Bill Gates? Because if this was a blackmail racket, and maybe I'm missing something, somebody tell me if I'm missing something, but if this is a blackmail racket, then wouldn't he want proof that he sent the email to Bill Gates? Because then people would be asking, well, why didn't you say anything or try to cover your tracks or respond to him or try to get around the narrative ahead of time? Like, if he had sent this to Bill, then surely there would have been a reaction from Bill at the time. But maybe, unless, of course, he was guilty and he was trying to, go, okay, I'll shut up. Which, it's a coin toss, but I don't know. The fact that he sent this to himself kind of weakens this to me. It doesn't make it stronger, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys can tell me in the comments if I am. So, okay. That is all I'm going to do for now. Like, as you can see, there is a lot of truth and falsehood being mixed into the batch. And, look, that's kind of how this is going to go. Like, this all has to kind of be investigated, and we got to figure out what's true and what's false, and the people that actually did stuff need to go to jail and, all that. But now we're in the time where they've actually dumped everything out, and we're in that period of, confusion, and so now we got to sift through it and figure out what's credible and what isn't. So we're in that phase now. So anyway... but I just wanted to kind of read through some of what was going on in Twitter. That was kind of the highlights of the most recent dump. And so now that is done, and we will see what happens in the future. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.